Hi, welcome to Analytics for All. This is lesson 12 in our Python for Data Science course. Today we're going to be going over enumerate and sort. As with all my lessons, I have a full write-up on my website, analyticsforall.org. I'll be leaving a link to my website down in the description for this video. And in my first lesson, I showed you how to download the Anaconda distribution, which has the notebooks I work with, the Jupyter notebooks. But if you can't, for whatever reason, you're on a work computer, you're on your cell phone, you're on a tablet, if you go down here, if you look for the blue buttons, that'll bring you over to a Python testing shell, which you can use to run this stuff on. It works. I just think working with Anaconda is easier for you. You can save your work on Anaconda and stuff. Okay, so anyway, let's hop over. This should be a quick lesson. Let's go ahead, zoom in on our shell. Okay, so let's start off here. We got a list here. Dog, cat, rat, donkey. And then I have this enumerate in here. I have a for loop with this enumerate. And I'm saying for x comma y in enumerate list. Then I'm saying print x and y. So what do we? Let's see what happens first, and we'll try to explain. All right. So now you see you get 0 dog, 1 cat, 2. So what this does for me is I'm saying for everything in this list, for as we normally would just write, we'd normally just write for I in list. But instead, we're saying for xy, what I want you to return, because I'm using the enumerate, I want you to return the index and the value. Because always remember, it's Python, we index at 0. So the first is 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's what you get. So that's what this gives you. It allows you to, it returns the index along with the value. Where would that be useful? Let's see. Here's a good example. Let's say I only want to return the even numbered index values there. So I put in a little if statement here. If modulus is 2 is equal to 0, print y. If you don't remember or you didn't take the earlier lesson, modulus is a Python function which returns the remainder of a division problem. So here I got 7 divided by 2. 7 divided by 2 is, you'd have 2 times 6, 2 times 3, 2 times 3 equals 6, and 7, we know that 7 minus 6 equals 1. That's your remainder from like early math. So this is a great way to determine even numbers, because any even number will come back with a modulus of 0. There will be no remainder on an even number if you divide an even number by 2. Any odd number is going to come back with 1. So I'm saying if it comes back 0, it's even, I want you to print y. And that's what we get. We get dog and rat. So that's a use for enumerate. Not most commonly used function, but it's out there. This is next function we go over is very useful. Okay, so what we've got here is, let's just get rid of this. I've got another list, and I'm sending it to a function called sorted list. Okay. Again, function, just like what we built in the last list here. So we get return sorted. Now this is a function. So as you can see, I can run help on the sorted function. It says it's a built-in function. It's basically a function I have to build, but it's the same concept as what we were working on before, except this is pre-built in for us. We got a function, we got a name for it, and we're sending it a value. Now I want you to notice though, if I do this print list, it comes out, the list has not changed. Even though it came out sorted here, the list itself, had not changed. So we go up here, it's sorted. Down here, it's back to the way it was. Now let's try the next step. We can go to sorted reverse is true with a capital T. Remember, our booleans have to be capital F or capital T. And now I can get a sort in reverse. But again, if I run this again, it has not changed. Now, let's go ahead and look at this one. This is another option, and this is sending a method. A method is where you have the dot followed by a word in the parentheses. So from list, sort, and now when we print list, it's coming out sorted. So if I go up here and run my list again, it's sorted because now we've all changed it. And the same thing with reverse true. When I go back up here and print the list, it changes. So sorted as the function where you pass a variable does not change the variable, it just returns a value. Whereas the method actually changes the value. Now you could up here go ahead and give this a value, assign this a value. Let's make this list 1. And as you can see here, we'll print list and we'll print list 1. And there you go. So we got the print list. Notice the list hasn't changed, but list 1 is sorted. All right. So that's all we got for this one. It's a pretty simple lesson. Go ahead and remember to go check out my website, analyticsforall.org. If you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a message. Let me know what else you want me to work on. Thank you again for checking in with me. I'll see you next time.